We just saw The Good Dinosaur, and on this show I take my friends, we go see a movie, we review it in the car, and we have a discussion. The review video is spoiler-free, so if you're on the fence or looking for a recommendation, you can watch this video to find out what we thought of the movie. And if you've already seen it or want to hear all the spoilers, look at the other video titled The Good Dinosaur Movie Discussion with Spoilers. We're a little late to get into this, but this is the latest Pixar animated, 3D animated movie. It's a Disney Pixar film. It's basically a dinosaur that can speak English with his family, and he ends up adopting this kid that can't really talk or communicate with him. It's kind of a weird backwards dynamic where you have the animals can talk but the people can't, and it's set in prehistory or whatever. There's not much to the story. I think the sequences are well done. I think the animation is really, really good. I liked it for how simple it was. Compared to the earlier movie that came out this year, I know I'm in the minority on this, but I would say I prefer this to Inside Out. I found Inside Out to be just not so much that it was predictable, but that you knew it was going to happen half an hour before it happened, instead of just sort of, scene by scene. This was kind of predictable as well. But really, the only thing that kind of surprised me about it was it's kind of shockingly violent every once in a while. Not so much like that I was irritated by it or bothered by it, but I could see where some kids might get kind of scared at some points of it. And they just kind of come out of nowhere too. There's just some, all of a sudden something really, I don't know, really perilous or really violent happens. So take that for what it's worth. I think my kids would enjoy it just fine. I just think that they might get a little bit scared here and there, as some things just suddenly get hurt or get killed or get torn up. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. What do you think?
I thought it was really boring, and I had trouble staying awake through it because I knew the whole movie within 2 minutes. I knew everything that was going to happen, and I hadn't learned anything going into it. I hadn't seen any trailers or any kind of thing like that.
Yeah.
But it was such a by-the-numbers, kids flick, where it's the Disney Pixar model just borrows from itself so much that, everything was just kind of on. There's nothing new, there's nothing inventive. There's no characters that really have any kind of dialogue that's interesting. There's no funny dialogue. Pretty much all the comedy is slapstick, physical sort of comedy. It's oh, you fell over, haha. There's nothing really clever about it. The animation is some of the best I've seen ever, particularly the environments. Anything that's water or a mountain or trees all look really great and realistic, and the characters look cartoony. And it doesn't look too juxtaposed to have the cartoony characters in the realistic environment. I thought that was pretty cool. It looks good, but it's just really lacking, story and hook. And even when it's trying to be emotional and you hear that cheesy orchestral music swell up and all of that, it's all too played out. I don't know. Didn't really work for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think all that stuff's fine. I didn't really have any problem with that part of it. It was kind of a strange thing that the dinosaur had language and the dinosaurs could talk to each other, even the strange ones if they met. It's just kind of strange. I don't know. It was a weird choice, but then again, it probably would have been nearly impossible to do the movie without any language at all, without any talking at all.
I felt like much of it was that way, though, anyway. It was long stretches of no dialogue and just kind of, we're watching them find their way home.
It was, but I thought most of that was entertaining. I just think that, some of the points of the plot would have been really hard to decipher otherwise. But, yeah, overall, I enjoyed it. I liked how simple it was. I liked how beautiful it was. I think if you had a new got a new TV recently or wanted to check something out, this would be something to really show off a new, 4K television or something like that whenever it comes out. So, but yeah, and I would take kids to it. I would just say, be warned that it suddenly abruptly becomes violent once in a while, and much more so than you would expect from the rest of the tone of the movie. So that's my 2 cents. That's my review.
I also really liked the short at the beginning. Like I liked that better than the feature.
Mm-hmm.
But there were like some cool things that they did in that were unusual, and little nods to Buddhism and things like that I wasn't expecting. But
yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool. So
right on. Well, that's our review. If you like the way we do these, please like the video, subscribe, check out all the written and video reviews at DaleMaxfield.com, and thanks for watching.